It's Shazia.
When I worked as a teacher, I got called to the headmaster's office for bunking off school.
David's team.
Well, I mean, this is more serious than bunking off school, isn't it? You're in breach of contract.
Where was this, Shazia? Where was the school?
It was in East London.
Right. And when are we talking about? Which period?
About 2000 to 2010. It wasn't every day.
What would you do when you bunked off?
I wanted to really be a pop star. So I decided that I needed to go for some singing lessons.
Oh, so ironically, you were being educated during the period when you were, you know...
I do believe in education.
Yeah.
What were you a teacher of?
Science.
Science? You don't expect it of a science teacher, do you?
Well, they weren't really interested in science, and neither was I. So I thought if they're bunking, then if I just do a few bunks...
Just a few times.
I found a really great singing teacher, but he could only teach between 11 and 3.
So how many days a week?
I'd go twice a month.
Between 11 and 3, twice a month, with no explanation, the science lessons, no teacher came. And they were just left with all the hydrochloric acid, the Bunsen burners to work it out for themselves.
Now, how did you get caught?
Well, as I said, I wanted to be a pop star, so I wrote to Kylie Minogue's manager. And I said that I...
I'll get you out of my head.
So I said that I'm doing a showcase of my singing talents, and would you be able to come and see me? And I wrote this letter on the school computer, and the letter got stuck in the printer. And I phoned in sick and went off to the audition, and somebody found it in the printer.
Who found it in the printer?
It was another science teacher called Doctor Who. He's Chinese. And...
Was his classroom bigger on the inside than the outside?
And he gave it to the head teacher.
And then what happened?
I went to school the next day, and the head teacher called me into his office and said, I know where you were yesterday.
What did you say?
I said, where was I? He said, I know where you were. I said, well, you tell me where I was. And there was a standoff for about an hour. It went on. He said, well, I said, well, you tell me where I was. He said, I know where you were. I want you to tell me where you was.
He said, I know where you was. I hope he wasn't an English teacher.
It was the East End in 2002. It was rough. And then he whipped this letter out and he went, look at this.
Oh.
I went...
You trying to get a cat?
And it was like the kids, how they argue with the teachers.
Yeah.
And I went, well, what are you going to do about it? He says, I'm giving you a warning. I said, well, go on, then.
What does Motsi think of this?
Oh, I think it's a great, great story. I would have loved a teacher like you.
One that doesn't turn up.
Do you know what, David? My students actually did really well.
Well, that supply teacher must have been fantastic. So, what are we going to say?
Oh,
What's
I
it going
have
to be?
absolutely no idea. I'm bewildered. What do you think, Bez?
Well, it's got a ring of truth to it, but I've got a funny feeling it might be a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all think it's a lie, but there's a lot to it.
That you're going to say lie.
We have to, or we can't move on with our lives.
They're saying lie. Shazia, was it a lie or was it, in fact, the truth?
I'm afraid it was true.
It's true. Shazia did bunk off school when she was a teacher.